forcing the field goal attempt.
Andy Papanastis, who has made every field goal attempt under 40 yards.
I thought Damian Harris ran the ball really well early, and Bo Scarborough in that possession did not do a good job running the ball. He tried to bounce outside and lost yardage instead of running straight up ahead at this defense.
And Bama will strike first in what has become one of the great trilogies in this modern era of sports. Thrilled that you're with us here for this main event nightcap after what was an unbelievable game out there in Pasadena. Let's get people up to speed here. A couple 3-and-outs, and then Bama takes advantage of field position. Mirror image programs of each other this year when you look at them in so many ways, especially with the quarterbacks wearing that number 2 jersey.
Yeah, they both wear the same jersey. Their skill sets are almost identical. They both have arm talent, can make any throw you want a quarterback to make, but I think they're most...
Play clock under 5. Hurts, calm, collected, looking things over. Farrell to the end zone. Touchdown, Calvin Ridley. Farrell was closing. Hurts wasn't bothered, and Ridley scores it.
Just tremendous composure by Jalen Hurts. Watch him as he scrambles. Typically, he is going to tuck this ball and run. He starts that way, and at the last minute, he sees Ridley uncover, and he reloads and throws the football. I think that surprised the Clemson defense because typically Jalen Hurts, when he sees grass in front of him, he's going to tuck that thing and run. Tremendous composure by Jalen Hurts.
And you know, in 2 college football playoff championship games against Clemson, the great Calvin Ridley only totaled 50 yards in those 2 games. So he breaks through. Our first touchdown of the night. Hurts to Ridley, tied up early.
Welcome to Allstate.
So it'll be a long field goal attempt for Alex Spence, a 44-yard attempt. He just kicked a career-long 46-yarder in the ACC championship game. And he gets it. Hurts shaving 9 yards off the attempt of Papanastis, who made from 24 earlier. This a 33-yard attempt.
They stopped it. They blew the whistle dead before the ball was kicked.
That was all kinds of ugly as somebody got a hand up there.
Prior to the snap, delay a game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
You wonder who's more nervous right now, Nick Saban on the sideline after seeing that kick, or Papanastis after knowing what just came off his foot. Again, a critical opportunity for more points right before halftime for Alabama.
Well, the man who talks to the PGA Tour's Justin Thomas on prepping the mental side will gladly take that mulligan. Now a 38-yarder. The upright says no. And Dabo says yes. And a head shaker for those in houndstooth. Papanastis tried to center it, but was denied.
On stunts, Rashaan Evans coming from one side and Terrell Lewis coming from the other side. It was only a 4-man rush, but they collapsed the pocket perfectly on Kelly Bryant.
And see how fired up Dabo Swinney is, as Dabo's son Will be the holder here, the freshman, for the attempt from Alex Spence, who hit from 44 earlier, this from 42. Snap was high, Swinney got it down, and Spence puts it through. Had the interception, 300-pound defensive tackle to Ron Payne.
Yeah, this is their goal line set. They're going to throw
to pass to him? Oh, my! Story! The dream of all big men.
We saw him do it in practice. Would they call it in the game? Beautiful call and timing. He got a little pick play. They ran a pick play with 2 defensive linemen. Quinnen Williams, number 92, was the picker, and Deron Payne was the touchdown maker. Wow.
2 defensive linemen who grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, just shocked the world in the Sugar Bowl.
He
gets the interception time. The guy who many around the program think as the best defensive lineman and undoubtedly the most underrated in the country. An interception on one end, a touchdown reception on the other end. Big men everywhere rejoice. It is your moment.
A lot, and that time it was obvious and didn't get called.
Boy, we heard so much about that with the way the game ended last year when they met up. Oh, and another one. It's Mac Williams. Williams, pick 6, tied, rolling. Mac Wilson takes it home.
Rolling on the field is interception. Touchdown, defense.
It was Levi Wallace working on Deon Cain. They've been going at each other a lot tonight, and Wallace is able to knock the ball up in the air to Mac Wilson. Last year, Alabama, they lived off of non-offensive touchdowns, 15 of them on their way to the playoffs last year. That was just the second non-offensive touchdown for the Crimson Tide this year.
Things are unraveling for the guys in orange. Mac Wilson.
Levi Wallace was a former walk-on. He got a scholarship last year. Here he is up here working on Deon Cain, and there is Mac Wilson. Wallace, man-to-man coverage, plays the slant, is going to knock the ball up in the air. Wilson comes down with it, and Alabama with their second defensive touchdown of the season.
A lot of people think that Wilson could be the next great one for Bama. There's the AT&T pylon cam.
He missed 3 weeks earlier in the season with a foot injury. He came back earlier than they expected. Was back for the Auburn game, but was not 100%. But he's 100% tonight.
He's splashing right into that AT&T pylon cam. And this Tide team with a second chance when they grab that 4 seed, having that late season stumble in the rivalry game at Auburn, and they have made the most of it. They are healthier, they were primed, and they have shown it here in this second half.